Welcome, my name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. We are getting into Tricky Doors, Episode 7, Hospital. That brings back a lot of fond memories for me. Spent the first 5 years of my life in and out of the hospital with a heart defect. And when I was 23, had a tachycardia, and then just recently, just a minor heart attack. Luckily, I'm still doing good. But was able to pull off doing certain types of service work after getting through the Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps and working my way through, but kind of had to take certain jobs in order to be able to serve. But yeah, hospitals bring back some memories for me. I don't know about you. Definitely not a vacation spot. Let's just put it that way. Episode 7, Hospital. This isn't an ordinary hospital. It has its own secret. You'd better not try to solve all its mysteries. The only thing you should care about is finding a way out. But this time, your fate isn't up to you alone. Okay. So, we're going to go in. Whatever that meant. We're going to start by just grabbing some stuff. Read the numbers on that paper. Whoop. Get I backtracked on the video there. I didn't realize I did that. But 417235. Okay. So, there's someone that might need to write that down. There's a cord on the chair, scalpel, and ammonia. Some more handles. We'll go over to this safe vault thing. And those numbers that were on that yellow piece of paper, we're now going to put those numbers in. Notice though that the dials are mirroring each other. At one point, I think in the second code, even though I noticed it in the first one, I don't know, memory gapped on that one on the second code. Your numbers might be different than mine. And we got the vault open. Grab whatever's inside. X-ray image. Disc. Alright. So we're going to take that ammonia, pour it on this rag, and clean out this X-ray board. Health code servers ought to check this hospital out. That was just filthy. So the code is those dots that were at the bottom of the X-ray imaging. 1342. Those dots at the bottom, that is the code. And then we get another panel that's open. I guess it's like the tumbler or something of that nature. This guy was picking a lot of locks in this game. I'm assuming that's what this is ideally. But it's kind of like you got a little maze here, so you got to flip the squares and work that pin through all the way to the hole that's at the far right. I don't know if your square maze design is different than mine, but just gotta let that pin ride along until you get it over to that hole to the right. I love a good puzzle. Helps me try to challenge my mind. gives me another form of a redirector when I need it. Alright, almost there. There we go. So we opened up the door and enter into the lobby. Grab the glue, grab the ruler. Nothing we can do with this laptop. Yeah, I was palm button punching. Let's see. Just got to feel around the area for anything that might be grabbable. Move the bench there. The seats. There's a grill vent behind or an air duct system back there. Need a way to open it, I guess. If you notice those books, those filing books on the computer desk, they were different colors in a certain order. It's for this desk here. Open it up, grab a piece of a card, pipe, glass, and screwdrivers. That screwdriver looks handy for the air duct. Seriously, where the hell is a human resource or a human, the health code services? Clean a vent. Jeez, you got patience breathing that in. Some of us have to watch our respiratory. Alright, so we found a key and a few things in there, but the key opened up the till. Now this took me like the longest. Of all the puzzles, this one took me the longest to figure out. Your numbers up at the top, bottom, left to right are probably going to be different than mine. But each of the numbers represent how far the spring pushers will push out, and you have to get all four of those sun looking pieces into the middle in those their fitting spots. This took me a good while. There's another puzzle we got coming up that takes a little while, but this one, like, I had to reset it a few times. It's a test of patience, is all it is. And a peculiar process of illumination here, too. I'm gonna figure it out, obviously. But yeah, this one took me a minute. Like I said, your numbers are probably set differently than mine. So, I mean, you just gotta work with what we got here. Figure out our solution here. There we go. All right. So we've opened up the drawer. Got another card piece. A quarter. Pay attention to that chip bag. This ATM, obviously, or not the ATM, this vending machine. I guess we're getting punching another order of that bag to get our third card piece. Yeah, the sound's off. Alright, so we're gonna get a ruler, put the card pieces on it, glue it. And this is some loud glue, where the sound catches up. See, hell, I even took a woodshop class and the glue wasn't that loud. The saw blade, the band saws were. Everything else was loud in the woodshop, but not the glue. So we gotta take the valve off the sink. Put it on this fountain drink. 63701. I don't know if you'll have the same number there too, but 63701, there's a locker here with a code. Wow, that sound being late sounded just wrong. So we got a flash drive and another disc. Flash drive, laptop. Now we need a code. Great. What else has a code around here? The patient's history chart, 7458, or if I read that correctly, I'm reading through that fast. But there, yeah. So you're punching in the numbers, you know, and then punching in those buttons, the number count. And there's a chemistry ingredient. You grab this little spatula over by the, I forget what we called them in our college chemistry class. Dang it. It's been a while. I graduated, but it's been a while. Let's see. So we got this piece in the plant. I overlooked that other object in the plant pot. If you're still there, go ahead and grab it. In this video, I had to come back for it. But we're gonna go to this deal under the counter. Put in those 3 discs, and now we gotta run 3 rounds of this. Basically fitting the dots. My mind goes straight to like blood transfusion lines. I don't know why. Probably because of the environment where we are. Like I said, I spent the several years of my first 5 years of my life in and out of the hospital. Had some heart issues. Jeez. When I had that tachycardia, I thought that was a heart attack, but it scared the life out of me. It didn't really so much hurt, but it was like I see and feel my chest pounding out. Now, this recent event that I had, that one did hurt. But, so we got 2 more rounds of this. But yeah, honestly, my PTSD probably actually goes as far back as that. I just didn't really actually hit its final breaking point until my time in the service. I think that right there was it. Yeah, when you're sitting in your living room and you start hallucinating past fights in between you and your TV, you know something's wrong. The trick is to not interact with something that's not even there. Yeah, I got it. It took a few years to work through the therapy aspect of it. But I don't know what it is. Anytime I go to the hospital or I see like bandaging, I mean, hell, I don't even like having bandages on myself. I get like this gag reflex. I think part of it, just from the childhood part of the PTSD being in and out of the hospital. Had to have some reconstruction surgeries. Basically, I was born with 3 chambers in my heart. So, the heart's supposed to have 4. It was tricky to figure out what service work I could even do. Corrections was kind of my peak of it, probably. But that was about when my PTSD really started launching off. But so we're grabbing some stuff, opening stuff. We got a few vials, or test tubes. Gotta put this set together, but we're missing something, so yeah, I had to step back and take another look. There's a red vial. So that this thing, I know they told us what it was in chemistry class. Can't remember for the life of me now. I guess I need to Google what that is when we get done with this. It's not exactly something I just utilize in my kitchen on an everyday basis, you know. Store that away in my attic somewhere. I'm just kidding. But okay, so we blended some chemicals together, and now we're kind of cooking it. This was actually something I always enjoyed doing in my chemistry class, so in college, because they had us messing around with like making acids and stuff. Alright, so we have to come back through here. Finally put that injection in that zombie's arm and grab this brush. I mean, you cover a whole body of the arm still moving. I mean, I get that there's still some twitches even after death, but that was a lot of movement. I mean, that seemed a little more than rigor mortis. So now they got us on a scavenger hunt, trying to figure out what the code is to get out of here. We can't just pick up the trash can and throw it through the glass door. I mean, we've vandalized a museum and other places now already. Why not? An amusement park. This hospital clearly hasn't been inspected. So when you find this, write down those 3 codes if you need to. One of those 3 is the code to get out. Mine was the second one. Excuse me. The first one didn't work for me, so I punched in the second one, and it worked. Didn't have to mess with that third code. So, I don't know if it'll be the same for you. It might be a different code. So, but that is congratulations. We have completed the episode Hospital 100%. See you in episode 8. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below, and thank you for following.